Hey folks, welcome to Wolfman's Gaming Den. Today we have another exciting unboxing for you guys. We'll be unboxing the deluxe version with the Pànjūn expansion for Gùgōng. The version that I have here is the one that's supposed to have the velvet finish up top. As you can see, it looks like a very neat, elegant, simple design up front. I'm excited about it. There were quite a few delays before I sort of got my hands on it. So I'm psyched to take the shrink wrap off and see what's inside. So let's go to the table and let's see what's inside this box right here. Alright folks, so welcome to the unboxing. I just quickly had the shrink wrap taken off of this off camera because just given the velvet finish, I wanted to make sure that I was focusing completely on making sure that I'm not cutting anything on the box or scratching anything unduly. Because the last thing you want to do is sort of like watch me swearing on the screen if I were to actually make a mistake. But it is off safely, and we have the box up and ready here for you guys. So as you can see, the velvet finish, hopefully it shows up on the camera, but obviously as I move my hand over the box, you can see the texture changing as you might expect with something that's velvety. It's a very simple and elegant design. Very few boxes will scream, look at me, I'm a deluxe version of something as loudly as this one does, just by virtue of the finish on itself. So we just have some sort of like text right up top. Other than that, just simple, elegant lines going across the side. The side of the box carries on that same motif as you might expect, with sort of like just a minimal text and the borders going on in there. And the back of the box, as we had a look at, or perhaps we didn't, has this sort of like, just completely blank finish right up here. So let's crack into it and see all the goodies that we have inside the box. All right, I'm gonna take this off, and yeah, it's a snug fit for sure. But other than that, the first thing that I just quickly want to point out, it's definitely a sturdy lid cover. It's definitely going to last long, hopefully. It looks like that there's some odd coloring on the side of the box. I don't know if that is as a result of the velvet finish on the outside, but it doesn't bother me quite as much. So, there's that. All right, moving on, we have the list of decrees. There's two of these sheets, one in English, one in French. It looks like these are explanations of the tiles that come with the game. And then on the other side, you have the list of travel tokens and bonus travel tokens in here. Not all versions become with both of these. I might just, I think I should mention, this is delivered within Canada, so perhaps that is why there's English and a French version in here. Yours may have both, or it may just have the English version or the language that you ordered in. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Next up, we have the rule books, and again we have two of these, English and French. So we'll put the French one aside. We'll have a look at the English one because that's the one that I can do the walkthrough by myself with. So looks like front of it, this is just sort of like the background and the context, the staging of the game itself to give you a little bit of theme. Then we have the game components laid out so you can see sort of like all the different pieces that comes with it, as well as how the setup works. It does feel thick. We'll have a look at how heavy the rules might be. I've not played the base game before, but we'll get a sense of that. Game overview, gameplay, so it goes into the different phases. Phase 1, the morning phase, day phase, start actions, travel. So even though there's quite a few pages in here, and it looks like there's quite a bit of rules to it, a lot of it is taken up by the graphics, so not as text heavy is probably my initial impression. Great Wall, I'm not sure what that is. Jade, Intrigue, the Palace of Heavenly Purity. So lots of stuff going on. These might be explanations of the different locations actually. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just guessing. So we go on. A list of decrees, which we had a look at earlier on in the reference sheet, right there. The Grand Canal, Double Servant, phase 3, the night phase. So it looks like all the different phases are based in timing of the day, so to speak. End of the game, tips, expert variant, solo variant, and then we have separate rules for the solo setup, solo gameplay, solo cards, and actions. Final scoring, and the rules for the Pànjūn Deluxe expansion are part of this rulebook itself. So everything is actually packed in here as one within the one box, rather than having two separate boxes for these two. So Pànjūn Deluxe expansion, different components that you can sort of like get in the expansion itself. Impact it has on the day phase and the night phase, I assume. There's some of those sort of going on in here. End of the game, pawn scoring, peasant revolt. So these might be additional modules you can just sort of like plug in. Maybe, I think. Again, their impact, gameplay, morning phase, day phase, night phase, Straits of the Palace. So it looks like there is a few different modules in there, and there is explanation on how they affect the turn order and the actions you can take over the game. Nice. And then you have the solo variant. So there is a solo variant for the expansion modules as well, by the look of things. Summer Palace, Peasant Revolt, and so on. And you have variant for experienced players. So if you played the game before, that might be something you can jump into later on as well. And then obviously back up the rulebook. So while there is quite a bit of rules to go through, it is not as, or at least at first glance, it doesn't seem to be quite as heavy as I had expected. So, but we'll see sort of like what the rules look like at the end of the day. Then we have, I think these are sort of like the different player pieces, perhaps, in nice little boxes just set in. And it's interesting how they've got it set up where you can have all the 5 ones fitted in one layer. So that's a bit of a neat touch. Let's have a look at one of these, and that may give us a sense on what we can expect for all of them. Well, this is just to throw away. Then we have, so these are the wooden pieces. So you have what looks like a dude walking on a horse. And there's some cardboard pieces in here which look like, I don't know if these are pre-punched or not, but these are definitely cardboard pieces that are already sort of like seem to have been taken out, and they're put into the individual players' box themselves. And these are also double layered. I don't know if you can tell that or not. There is a bit of a groove in here. I'm assuming it's for you to put in some of the pieces later on over the course of the game. So, and these are pretty thick. These are super thick. So it's nice. So far so good. And it looks like there's additional space in here for other things to go in. So we'll keep an eye out for what else pops up that we might want to put in there. So that's your box for the individual player pieces. These are all identical, just different colors. So we'll take this aside for now. Okay, and now it looks like we have a bunch of cardboard punch outs. There's 2 of these, and there seems to be some sort of a divider in here before we go on to the insert with the other pieces. So we'll come to those in a second. Let's have a look at these very quickly. Decent thickness, and they punch out fairly easily as well. This might be a little bit tricky because there are thinner edges coming out on the sides, but they do punch out fairly easily, so it's not a problem so far. And these pieces have done pretty much the same as well, so they're punching out nice and clean, so no issues on that front. Thickness is decent. It's not the thickest I've seen, but it's good. It's should last a decent while. All right. So that's, and as you can see, these are punching out without even me punching it out. And then you have additional punch outs here as well. Without really knowing the rules, it's hard for me to say what these relate to. But again, the same quality continues here as well. We'll move these to the side. Next up, these are 2, and these are super thick, by the way. This is, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is not the thickness of this one, the one that we had punched out earlier on. This is this is super thick. This is almost twice as thick as the stuff right over here. Looks like some sort of a game board that might be used. It's not a player board because there's not enough of these, and these are probably the player boards. But these are, again, super thick, double-sided. Might be based on play count, because here it looks like it's you have 1, 2, and then 3. So it looks like this might be dependent on the play count, because then on the other side you have 4 and 5 laid out here. So perhaps you're using the side depending on how many players you have going on in the game. And then similarly, again, similar thickness, quality on this one as well. And this is double-sided as well. I don't know if this is separated by player count or some sort of a variant. I can't tell if there's a difference. Oh, there's actually a difference. So over here you can see, so like there's an image of what I assume is probably a jade, and then you have these symbols on this side, and then if you flip over and look here, this is definitely different. There's some other context going on in here. So something that perhaps adds a bit of variability to the game on this board. Bags. Oh, these are not bags. These are sleeves, actually. I don't remember if I ordered sleeves with these or not, but it looks like there's definitely a bag of smaller European or smaller American sized cards that you can sleeve with these. And then there's another bag with some wooden components. We'll quickly open it up. Yeah, pretty standard. These are thick for sure, as you can see. It's a decent amount of thickness, but pretty standard wooden components right here for this one. Moving on. These, I assume, are the player boards, and again, so there is sort of like, you know, indentations based on different things you might be slotting in here. It is printed on the other side, but it's just sort of like, you know, the names of the game and the expansion sort of like printed on in here. But obviously this tells you that it's part of the game that came with both of these together in the same box. And then again, good thickness. Not a lot of artwork going on in here, but I assume that this is fairly functional and does work quite well from a gameplay standpoint. So these are, I assume, the player boards. All right. Now we've moved on to the inner sanctum, if I can call it that, of the board itself. So there's a nice overlay that you can just take off. This is where sort of like, you know, all your player boards have slotted in nicely, and it looks like there's space in here perhaps to put other things in. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but it's there, which I guess will be useful at some point. So it looks like we do have at least 2 layers of inserts in here. So we'll start with the first one. And maybe for ease, I'll take this out, display it separately, and then we'll bring the box back in, just so that it's easy from a viewing standpoint. So let's move that to the side for a bit. All right, so here, as you can see, you have the insert. Again, these are all, this is actually not cardboard. This looks like plastic or wood, perhaps. I don't know if you can make out the sound or not, but these are thick, chunky, feel solid, and nice. This is definitely better than having to punch out a whole bunch of these. And then you have these going on here. These look like, so this is labeled spare parts. So it looks like they've provided a couple of extra ones of the wooden pieces we had to look at earlier and whatever. I assume this is maybe jade on in here. So there's 2 and 2 of those. We'll quickly look at what the jade pieces look like, and these are nice. These feel heavy. They have a nice tactile feel to it. I like it. Not a lot of them in here. It's just a small number, but they feel decent. These are the same quality pieces as these, but just smaller. Again, printed on both sides, but obviously this is the side that gives you the information you need. And these are numbered based on, I guess, whatever function it serves. Then you have, I assume these are individual player pieces. because it looks like there's 5 of these, and these might be separated by the 5 player colors. And are they? I'll just confirm that. Oh, there is. Yeah, they correspond to individual player colors. So these will probably go into this box maybe at some point. And I'll just quickly call out. So this is quite nice in the sense that, as you can see, there's indentation in here. So when you're pulling out cards, you don't have to go, trying to create a hook and draw it out. You just push down, and the card automatically pops up. So let's have a quick look at the cards. So far, I'm not able to tell just yet which is the base game and which is the expansion. I assume, obviously, if you've played this before, you can probably make out the distinction yourself. Or once you go through the rule book, you can probably make the distinction out as well. But as of right now, they seem to be just laid out as is. And then these are the cards. Nice finish on it. I like the texture. Not the thickest, but it's okay. I mean, and plus you do have the sleeves, so I guess that takes care of that. And then, yeah, not much to write home about with these cards. And then the last piece of the puzzle, as far as this tray is concerned, I don't know what this is. Let me... And these seem to be, some of these seem to be sticking together, so you might just have to pull them apart a little bit. Does not seem to be any damage in doing so, except a minor one on this one, but it's not too bad. Same construction build quality as these tokens that we had a look at earlier on. So yeah. I'm assuming there's other stuff that goes on in here, because as we can see, there's space to put in other things, which I have not seen yet, but we'll figure that out as we go along. All right, so this moves on to the side. Next up, we have the player board. I'll just have to move things around a little bit to make space for this. Unfold this, and it is not a small board. It is double-sided, so we'll have a look at the other side in a very quick minute. But as you can see here, pretty nice sort of like width and length layout. Yeah. So for those of you who might have played the base game, this probably looks pretty familiar, but I like the art book on it. The color scheme, aesthetics seem to be quite good. Some parts of it seem or feel a little busy just by looking at it. I mean, there's quite a bit going on in here, but I assume that once you know the rules and you're playing the game, it probably becomes a lot more intuitive afterwards. And then of course you have the points track going around the side. I'm just gonna pan this hopefully so that we can fit it in. There's some maybe these are actions that are going up right on the top here. And then we'll flip it over, have a look at the other side. Yeah. Generally like the look and feel of this so far. There is no warping on the board or anything of that sort, so that's good. That's a bit of a relief whenever you open up a new box, because sometimes you will see some bendiness going on, but of course this being a new game, that is not there. But yeah, that's the player board right here. Let's try and see if we can pull it up, and we'll put it to the side. All right, let's see what else we have next. We have what looks like some sort of a first player token, I think. Yep. And there's already sort of like a section for it in here, and then so there's 2 of these. There's a silver one and a gold one. I'm not sure what these do separately, but they're there. You know what? Let me just bring this out as well. I'm not sure if you guys were getting a good view from there. So again, two pieces. These are both metal. I don't know if this is sort of like, the first player marker or turn order thing or whatever this is, but these are there. There's a slot for them. Oh, nice little lamp. I don't know, I think it's a lamp, I'm not sure. But it is metal as well. Seems to be some sort of a marker. More pieces, same quality that we had seen earlier on. Same thing going on in here. These do not seem to be sort of like attached to one another quite the same way that we had seen earlier on, but yeah. All right, what else do we have? And these seem to be standard wooden pieces now for each individual player colors. Yeah. Don't know what else to add in here beyond that. So these are based on the player colors. These again are spares, I assume. They are. So there's a nice little baggie with some extras if you ever break anything or if you're missing pieces or not at some point. Nice little sort of like a, I don't know what the right term for it, sort of like a lid that encapsulates the cards in here as well. Yeah, and I think we had a look at these cards earlier on, so I'm not going to open this up again. So that's there. More jade pieces going on in here. There's some dice as well by the look of things. These I think are wooden, standard size, but this is, while this is sort of like a D6, I think I saw a 7 and an 8, so there's a 7 and an 8. So these are not valued 1 to 6, obviously, but there you go. And I think that pretty much covers everything that's in the box. So with that, that's pretty much the unboxing for Gùgōng and Pànjūn. So let's go back to the table and I'll share my final thoughts on the components. Alright folks, so that is it for the unboxing for Gùgōng and Pànjūn in this big deluxe box edition. My quick thoughts, just based on what I've seen so far, and again, keep in mind that I've not played the game before, and I don't have a direct reference that I can use to compare with the regular retail one that's out there, because I've not played that. A lot of what you would have paid for this seems to have been the premium for the box itself. Now, credit where credit's due. It is a very steady box. It definitely feels like it will sort of like last for a while, just based on sort of like the thickness and the quality that you can see here so far. The velvet finish seems nice as well. It is unique. I'll definitely give it that. The only thing I'm a little concerned about as far as the box is concerned is that how clean or how easy it will be to keep it clean, because dirt and things and static will cling to it for sure, a little bit easier than your regular cardboard box. So keep that in mind. But as long as you're okay with that, and I mean, if you collect on velvet, you know would be aware of it as I was. That's fine. That's not an issue. And again, just the look and the aesthetics of the box screams deluxe on top, right? So credit where credit's due. As far as just the box itself is concerned, I love the simplicity and elegance of the design right up front. I absolutely appreciate the quality and the sturdiness of the box itself. So that's there. The individual component pieces, these are all fairly good. These styles seem pretty decent, although the version that I have seems to have some parts of it where there's a bit of discoloration. It might not be quite as easy to pick up, but there are sides where it looks like there's a bit of a discoloration that's happening on it. Just on this one that I have here. Others seem to be okay, at least none that I've seen so far, but this one just popped out because it was the very top tile that was laying out here. So on the side of it, there seems to be a white edge mark that's going across. But again, it's not a big deal. It's, if you're not really looking that close, you might not even notice it. But that's probably where the paint or whatever covering you have over here sort of like seem to come off. Hopefully that doesn't spread to the rest of it. Dice, this is probably for me, the weakest component in the game, and I say so simply because these are just plain wooden dice that feel light. I would have expected in a deluxe box with sort of like the cost that went with it and the production quality that otherwise seems to have been followed for these to be a little bit more special, but it's not a big deal. These are really nice metal markers. I quickly had a check in terms of what these were right after opening up the box, and it looks like there's a first player marker, there's a round marker, and there's some sort of a next player marker. So one of these is, you know, one of those basically. But this is nice. I like the quality. It seems a little overdone for what it is, but it's there. I've not played the game before, so this was a bit of a surprise for me. Perhaps not, as much of a surprise for you guys. There obviously weren't any coins in the game, at least not that I could see, which I would have seen by now, I assume. So that was a bit surprising. For some odd reason, I was under the impression that I had, nice metal coins to look forward to in this one as well. There isn't, but again, that's a game. That's more on me because, I was expecting something that was incorrect. So that's there. Other than that, these styles are, definitely one of the highlights. These styles and even, these ones are definitely some of the highlights in the game because these are nice, thick, they seem to be of good quality, so they'll hopefully last multiple plays in there, and they definitely feel nice as you're sort of like holding it and sort of like feeling the tactile feel of it. These are pretty good quality as well. The cards are good. I like the linen finish that's on them. The board is very nice, big, a good artwork on it. The expansion boards right there that we had a look at, the two sort of like smaller ones, those are very good thickness and quality overall. The only other knock that I can think of in here against the game, I'm sorry, before I move on to that, these are game trays, so these are very good quality, very sturdy, and just generally the look and feel of it is these are gonna really make your take down and putting up of the game quite easy and streamlined the way that it's structured. Again, I haven't played it, but that's my first impression of it so far. So that's there. So aside from the game trays, the only other thing that I would think of is just given how deep the box is, I don't know if it had to be that deep because once I look at the components, there isn't a lot going on in here. You could probably have had a box size that's half as deep and still fit in most of these and probably have your game trays and whatnot in there as well. Not to say that there's a lot of dead air in the box, but it just feels like did it really have to be this thick? I mean, if you just look at it, right? So you have these, and then you have the board, right? And yes, you have some other pieces that will go on top of it, but I don't know. It just feels like that there is a bit of wasted space in there. But I don't mind. I mean, a deluxe edition is meant to give you an impression of look at this big beautiful box on my shelf, and this definitely screams that. So that's pretty much it from my point of view. Again, I like these individual player trays as well. These are a very nice touch. The sleeves hopefully will do a good job of saving your cards with repeated multiple playthroughs over a period of time as well. Hopefully all of the versions come with this. I don't know why I'd forgotten that this wasn't, but it is, excuse me. Player boards, thick, nice, I like it. Generally, the components that you have in there, other than these punch ups that we did earlier on, which again is not bad, but this is the only thing that I would say is probably average-ish. This and the wooden meeples. Other than and perhaps the dice. So 3 things. Other than that, these ones in here, thick and nice. The board looks good. These pieces are very nice. The metal ones are very nice. The jade is very nice. Lovely production overall. The trays are very nice, and the box, of course, is probably the big piece that is a sponsor, whatever you want to call it. So that's it from me. That's pretty much the unboxing for Gùgōng. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. I definitely look forward to bringing it to the table sometime in the near future. And that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll definitely get to it as soon as I get a chance. And I'll see you at the next one. Take care.